just woke up. It's 6 a.m. Gotta wash my teeth and everything, and then I will get to work. So it's still a little bit dark outside. It's 6 a.m. I just woke up, and looking to start my first deep work block of the day. It's usually like 3 hours long, and have a lot of tasks. So see how it goes. Just finished work here. It was like 3 hours long, a pretty intense deep work session. This is the part of the day where I try to group all like the hardest task and the hardest stuff that I have to do in a day. I try to group it all in the morning, in the first block of the day. It was hard, it was intense, but luckily I'm done with it. So I'm going to school, and then I will keep you posted. So I'm back from school at home finally. I only had like one class that I had to go to, and then I grabbed lunch with a couple of friends, and then now I'm back home. I'll probably work another hour or so, and then I will go to the gym. Usually during that time when I'm like after school, but still in the middle of the day, I get done most of my surface level tasks, so I'm not doing any like super deep work. For example, in the morning I did outreach, which is like quite heavy. It's hard to do. But right now I will just probably do some like surface level tasks that I have to get done with the agency. But after that I go training, and usually after that I have another like deep work block, although not as intense as the first one in the morning. But so just finished up the work session. It was like 45 minutes or something, pretty light tasks, as I said. I really like that in the first part of the day I just swallow the frog, is what it's called, I think, where you like do the hardest thing that you have to do all day in the first couple of hours of the morning. That's really the biggest productivity hack that just worked for me. So it's like a really cool feeling after you get it done. Probably we'll just go and head to train hard, and then come back home, and we'll see how it goes. And one other thing I wanted to mention is that many people do this kind of like more traditional way of working, when for the first 8 or like 9 hours of the day they work, so like kind of like a 9 to 5. But even entrepreneurs do it when they like work until 3 p.m 4 p.m or 5 p.m. But like what worked better for me is just because I just have full flexibility of when I have to work. I don't have a shift or anything like that, so I can work whenever I want. Still have to work, but I can like manage my time better. What worked for me is just like spacing it all out in the day and having work blocks of 2 to 3 hours in the beginning, like 2 to 3 hours. Then I got tired and I just can't do that, so like I go down to like 1 to 2 hours. Today's a busy day, I have to go to school, I have to train, so like I can't work all day. But when I have like, for example, all day free, what I do is I just have like 2 to 3 hour blocks in the morning, a couple of them between those, like 1 hour, usually 1 hour break, and that's really enough for me to just like get recharge my batteries, and like be able to focus after that for another couple of hours. So that I do a couple of blocks of this, and usually later in the day I just do like 1 or 2 blocks of 1 hour, maybe 2 hours, but lighter tasks that don't require as much brain power, and they just like work much better for me than concentrating for like 5 to like 8 hours, or maybe if you have an 8-hour shift, you will get like 1 break or 2 breaks, and just doing that, and after in the end of the day having like a 5 to 6 hour break. I think that's like stupid. At least for me, it just doesn't work. It's better to just have like 1 hour breaks throughout the whole day, and get much more work done, and be able to like work for much longer and much more concentrated. So that's what worked for me, but not sure. So got home from training. Who doesn't know, I'm a competitive climber. So, I train climbing in the climbing gym. It's pretty long. Usually like trainings are anywhere between 2 to 3 hours, even more sometimes. So, today I trained like for 3 hours. It's pretty hard, but it's like pretty dark outside right now. But I actually got a sales call coming up in like the next 30 minutes, so I will prepare for that. I'm pretty excited for that. That's a pretty hot lead right now, so hopefully I'll close him. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. And then after it, I'll probably just do another deeper block for like 2 hours or something to get all the rest of the things that I have for the day done. And yeah, let's see how the sales call go. We just had the sales call. It was a good one. Definitely the guy's super interested, but he had to go because he had another call. So we scheduled a follow-up call. But yeah, I have pretty good feelings. He's a really good fit. I think we'll be able to crush it for him like crazy. And he's also super interested, really good mindset. So yeah, the sales call was pretty good. And yeah, now just locking in for another work session, and then I will go to sleep. So the reason I go to sleep this early is I basically every day I go to sleep before 10 p.m. and the reason for that is that I just wake up at 6 a.m. So I have to get like at least 7 to 8 hours of good sleep, which is definitely like super important. So that's why I'm prioritizing that. So I'm ending the work usually at around 9 p.m, maybe a bit over that, and then I just get into my routine for the night, and that's it. And basically next day it just repeats itself. That the thing about building a business entrepreneurship is that you're doing the same fucking stuff every day for years, and I know that it's the right path because yeah, every day I'm just doing the same stuff. Not that I'm not improving, not that I'm not innovating, but in a way I'm just doing the same sort of like work, 6 to 9 hours of work each day, just going at it. And yeah, that's how you scale. Waking up at 6 a.m. worked really well for me because during those first couple of hours of the day when basically nobody's up, it's the perfect time to get the most important part of your work done. And it just also helps you win a lot of time because you have to go to bed sooner in order to wake up earlier if you still want to get in those 7 to 8 hours of sleep. But those late hours during the night are usually less productive, and usually those first couple of hours of the day when you actually wake up early and do the work are the most productive. So you're basically exchanging the least productive hours of the day to the most productive hours of the day, which is super worth it. Now, I'm still in the last year of high school, but I'm not a normal student. I'm a so-called private student, which just means in Hungary that I don't have to go to all the classes. And that's why today I only had to attend one class. Right after school, I went to eat lunch with a couple of my friends. I didn't really record any footage there, but what's important about my diet is that I recently started eating only 2 times per day. And the main thing I'm eating is meat and some other animal-based products. So like, for example, eggs. And this has been working really well for me in terms of productivity. So I'm only eating 2 times per day. I'm fasting basically for like 18 to 20 hours every day. And this just makes that my energy levels are super stable and they are not like going up and down, but they are just super stable throughout the day. This not only helps me focus better, but also it's much better for my overall sport performance. I know that this can sound pretty crazy to most people who are used to eating every 3 to 4 hours during the day, but if you get used to this, it's an absolute cheat code. Now, after I was done with my workout and got home, I quickly ate dinner and then I got to work. One thing I've recently started focusing on more is my sales abilities. Obviously, I frequently take sales calls because of my agency and that's how I get clients. So that's one of the most important abilities that I can improve on. And I recently noticed that I'm not the best at it and there's a lot of room for improvement. So that's why I'm focusing on this and, practicing with others. That's a big thing for me. Also just writing the script. And yeah, that's what I was trying to implement today with the sales call that I had. My night routine is pretty simple. So when I start working at around 9 p.m., I wash my teeth, I take a shower, and after that I just chill out, read the Bible for a little bit, then I pray also, and then I just go to sleep. During my prayer, I really focus on the business goals that I have. That's one thing that I'm just repeating myself over and over, and the goals that I have. So every day I'm ending it with the thought of my business and my progress in business, and that's been huge for me. Like ending every day thinking about my business and what I'm going to do. It just keeps me focused, keeps me motivated, and keeps me going, which has been huge in the last 1 year or so, where since I started actually doing this. So that was a realistic day in my life. It's nothing crazy. It's actually pretty boring. I'm doing the same stuff over and over again, basically every day. I'm sacrificing a lot in terms of going out, parties, experiences, etc. But I believe that if you don't sacrifice for your goals will become the sacrifice. Hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.